I've just finished a photo shoot and I went out with a very specific image, or at least a very specific idea of an image in mind, and a very specific idea of what the video was going to be about. And sometimes having a plan is a good thing, and sometimes it's not, because if the plan doesn't work out, what do? I'm going to show you the whole video anyway, and then we'll come back at the end and talk a little bit about what I mean. I hope you'll enjoy it. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Hi everyone, today I've come out to a location that I actually shot a few months ago, but then I couldn't really get the view of the place that I really wanted. I've come out today with some special equipment which I hope will allow me to get a slightly different viewpoint on a scene that I've already shot. Plus there might be some other opportunities as well. Okay, so slightly disappointing. When I was here in the summer, the waterfall was clearly visible falling down the side here from where I am. In fact, I took a shot from pretty much exactly where I'm standing now. And I was expecting that there might be a stronger water flow here today, but I can't even see the waterfall from where I am. So my plan was to wade up the stream here towards the waterfall and the old mill building and see if I can get a better image. And I think I'm still going to take a wander up there, but to be honest, I'm not sure it's going to work, in which case I might have to see what else I can do here. Yeah, that is not going to work. I was using the tripod to check the water depth as I was going through, and suddenly the water went from sort of, well, deep enough to be almost at the top of my wellies to, well, it would have been probably waist high nearly. It just suddenly dropped off. So that plan completely failed. There was no way for me to get where I wanted to get to, short of wading waist deep. I completely misjudged how deep the water was going to be. But to be honest, even if I'd managed to get there, I'm not sure it would have been worth it, because the waterfall wasn't flowing anywhere near as much as the last time I was here. But the secret is to be adaptable, and that's what I'm going to do. Because actually there's some quite nice trees around here. We've still got the stream running through, so I'm going to do a bit of exploring and see what else I can find. I'm sure I will find something worth shooting. So just making a quick note to myself to come back here October, November 2021, because based on all the bare trees and the number of leaves on the floor, this might be a really good place for autumn colours. I didn't come here, so that's a shame, but okay. That's what coming out and about is all about. You find places they may not be good for right now, but hopefully they're good for another time. Sometimes when you're stuck, the only thing to do, get the camera out and just walk around and have a look and see if anything grabs you. Okay, so just walking around looking through the camera, and I've got a scene here that I actually quite like. One of the problems I have with woodland is I'm always trying to get simplicity, and it's just not always possible. But I quite like this image. She's using this tree here in front of me, or cluster of trees, which is all sort of branching out. And then further over, we've got this other tree which leans over and it all sort of branches out. And what I quite like about this image is that the tree here creates a kind of a foreground, and then there's a little bit of a trail goes across. It actually crosses over the river, or the stream, which you can't see, to the other tree over there. Now we've got a mixture of cloudy and blue sky up there behind the hills. I mean, ordinarily you'd perhaps be thinking about chopping the sky out, but I don't think it works without it. I don't know, it might work. We'll give it a go. So it's a wide angle shot. I mean, it's what, 28 mil, something like that, probably. And yeah, 26 mil actually, focused on the tree in the foreground, but you know, that's pretty much infinity at 28 mil, so the whole scene is in focus. What I could really do with now is a bit of light coming on the scene, which I don't know if it's going to happen. Starting to get some light just coming through now. That could make all the difference, because it's going to put light on one side of the scene and not on the other. Okay, that light came through literally just for a few seconds, and the sun's gone behind the cloud again, so I'm going to see if I can find something else while I'm here. Just found another composition, but now a load of people have come down. Looks like a hiking group or something, so I'm going to move out of their way because I'm actually on the trail, and then I'll try the shot again afterwards.
Los abuelos y la...
The stepping stones are easier.
So the hiking group turned up, and I made way, watched them coming across the bridge, shot a bit of film of them, started talking to them in my admittedly terrible Spanish, only to discover that they were English, and they were actually all from Alicante, which is the town that I live in, and they were here on a hiking trip out. So the little bit of footage I used of them, I did have permission to use. So thank you very much to the I think Alicante hiking group for letting me use that, and I hope you enjoyed your trip and got safely back to your cars. Anyway, The shot I'm trying to take here, and I'm not entirely sure it's working. Basically what I've got is the this kind of wooden bridge, well, the branches going across the river and a bit of the stream, and a bit of the stream in the foreground. Then the path curves up, and then we've got the nice shape of the tree there with a bit of sort of blue sky and cloud behind it. It's a vertical orientation, 16mm, focused on the tree, 40th of a second, no focus stacking, no filters, nothing like that, just taking a shot. So do you know what, I'm actually thinking black and white is going to work better for this. I've just flipped my picture settings over to black and white, and it's got some really nice contrasts in it. So the sort of wood going across the stream here is quite bright, the trail is quite bright, but all of the foliage around the edge is quite dark, and the shape of the tree is quite dark, and it kind of works better with the sky, I think. Yeah, I think black and white is probably going to be better for this. Right, I'm a bit off the beaten track. I've been exploring around some rocky areas, actually quite exhausted. Not finding anything particularly spectacular, but out of the corner of my eye I could see a flash of colour, and I've managed to get out on a little bit of a path here. And what we've got out there in the distance, so I want a clear view of it, it's difficult to see, just there is some orange leaves on a tree, and now behind the tree there's a rock wall, and there's also another tree which is all green, so obviously an evergreen tree, and I'm just thinking the contrast might work. Probably gonna have to crop this in quite a bit. I'm shooting at 200mm, and I still can't fill the frame as much as I would like, but I think it might work. There's not a lot of light on the scene, the sun's behind the clouds, and even so this area is probably in shadow anyway. But it might work just because of the colour contrasts. So I've got a vertical orientation, 200mm, boost contrast and vibrance, particularly in the oranges in post. It might look quite nice, or it might not. Okay, so as you saw, my actual plan for the photo shoot just didn't work out. It turned out to be impossible, but at least I know that now. But what the challenge was is that plan was in my mind, that the idea of the image was in my mind, and the fact that A, I couldn't get to where I wanted to be, the water was a lot deeper than I thought, and B, the fact that the waterfall was a lot smaller than it was the last time I was here, that kind of threw me. And actually getting that original idea out of my head and being able to see other opportunities took me quite a while. I mean, I think I was walking around there for a good hour just trying to find something that grabbed me. And that can sometimes be the problem when you go out with too specific a plan in mind. If it doesn't work out, it can be really difficult to reset the creative part of your mind to do something different. In the end, I'm hoping I got a couple of reasonably nice images. I don't know for sure, but I guess we'll find out, and you'll have already seen. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider giving it a like, sharing it on social media. Don't forget to leave me that comment down below. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Oh, don't forget about hitting subscribe if you're new here and you've enjoyed this. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thank you very much, and until the next video, bye.